And some years ago, and we got talking. So after I put them through our products, all the products that we have, I cannot forget what the response was. The response was, wow, why have you guys been all the while? I said, well, we've been around. It's just that you've not gotten the memo yet. But he was so happy about what we offer. Now, so you have to question what is the essence of this small story. It's all about. As we kick off, my name is Oluwashio. I work with REFin Limited in the marketing department. So I believe at the end of this forum, we should be able to see that it's actually easy for us to get our homes as a first-time homeowner, and ways of getting homes sometimes can be very seamless. So that's the message about to pass to you this evening, that at the end of the forum, you should have a different idea about how to get your house. So you don't have to wait till you gather the 33 million, the 35 million naira, as the case may be, of the cost of the property before you start thinking of getting your property. Now, we're going to take you through how seamless and how easy or comfortable. So, please have any question to ask, please click use of the chat box. We will answer your question from the chat box, or better still, we can signify by wave of hands, then we can attend to your questions. So I'll be taking us through, you can see the outline on your mission and vision statements, what we stand for, our products, existing and current projects that we have. We're going to take you through all of this. So, about REFin Limited. So REFin Limited is all how to bridge the housing gap. But I'm sure most of us have heard this, but the difference is how are they trying to bridge this housing gap? It's a whole lot of gap. And like the story I shared earlier, we have some products that we can use to bridge all this gap. We checked the pyramid of wants, and we discovered that where we actually need to focus on, you can see on the next point, we're focusing on the middle income earners, because you have the volume over there. We are taking care of the people at the peak of the pyramid. We are not doing justice to bridging the gap. So we have looked at where the volume is, and we have decided to go all out to take care of people in this category. And we don't just go to places to just build and live. If you check what we have next, we build community. We are saying we build community so that any area we find ourselves, what we do in particular is to create a livable ambience, to bring in security, to increase the economic activity of that particular location. We want to set the pace, then every other developer can come in and do the same. So when you see people like that, when you see a community coming up, in no time, you see banks coming in, you see malls, you see recreational centers, and that is actually what our focus is, to develop communities, increase your standard of living in locations, and to create a livable ambience. We are proud to say that in Nigeria, we are the first real estate company to have ISO 9000, and this is the quality management certificate, where we are all out to build to standard, but we need to show our customers as well that we have their interest at heart, and so that they can have that comfort. It is our company, but we feel we should be regulated at the same time. So we decided to go all out to get the certificate. As we continue on the presentation, you will see some of our projects and you can confirm what standard is that you have actually taken to cognizance of standard and the kind of materials we use in building our properties. So we believe we deliver and we actually operate at international best practice. So what is our mission and vision statement? So we want to create a culture of seamless home ownership and building communities, like I just explained earlier. So everywhere we get to, that we don't just want to build and walk away from the place. We want to build and create a livable ambience, places where people can come back to come and get more properties and live comfortable. So you want to be an influential real estate institution, transforming lives and communities. Now, if you can successfully provide your house, first time, or maybe the second house you're buying, it's a whole lot of transformation. They say when people, you're living in your office, you're going normal, you know that you're going to your house, not a rented apartment where the landlord can come up anytime and come and start giving you issues. That actually gives you comfort, it increases your productivity, and in so doing, we're actually transforming lives. And we are giving people the kind of life and the kind of standard they want to live. Okay, so we'll just go straight into it. What we stand for at REFin Homes Limited. You can see what we have on the screen. You can see REFin Homes Limited, we are strategically about how it's going to get a property. And you can see the flow of the arrow. So we are saying we can give you access to finance. We can take you through it. Quality, affordable homes as well. Then REFin Homes, we take you through building to your specification. We don't just build, like I said earlier, if you actually want to take care of a lot of people to bridge the housing gap, it is just important that we build to what people can afford. There is no point in building and we are waiting for people to come and buy, people that can afford it. Why can't we just profile our prospects and at the end of the day, we know what they can afford from the beginning? In so doing, we're actually taking the stress off you, the financial stress. You have a plan from the beginning to the end. So you know what you are going in for. So that there's nothing like sleepless nights or there is no excess borrowing as it is. Some people, they get a house and they go ahead to borrow money to get funds all over. At the end of the day, are into trouble. Is from the beginning of the whole process of getting your property payment. And as it is, so we provide structures to finance, which these are major problems in getting the properties, access to finance, quality and affordable homes. We can build to your specification, and at the same time, we can provide structured payments. And all of this, that's what we call the alternative home solutions. And in doing this, we believe we can cross as many people as possible in getting them on the housing ladder in short time. So I will take us through our products. The first product I'll be discussing about, which is a flagship product for us at REFin Homes Limited. This product is Home Assurance Scheme. Home Assurance Scheme, if you read what you have on the screen, is a 72-month product cycle. We're saying 6 years. So you have the opportunity of building up your funds under a structured payment plan for 6 years or 72 months. So we are saying it enables you to take possession of your desired home with a structured payment plan at the maximum of 72 months. Now look at the highlights under this slide. Now, the story I started with, when we got to this point, when I explained that you can actually make contributions for 6 years, 72 months, that was where the response came from. So, wow, where have you guys been? That I can be making a monthly contribution consistently. And this actually gives room for people to get on the housing ladder. And again, what we have under this product as an highlight is National Housing Fund. National Housing Fund is a product by Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria. This loan is a loan. Actually, this loan goes for 6% interest for a maximum of 15 million, which is payable over 30 years. We have seen this in our organization as a source of cheap fund where we can help people to finance this loan, then like to serve as a kind of buffer for the cost of the property you are buying. Don't forget, it is at 6%, maximum of 15 million naira, payable over 30 years. This payback period is subject to your age. So it is your current age from 60 years. So let's say you are 30 years old now. You have to take 30 from 60. So you have 30 years to pay back. If you are 25 years old, if you are 35 years old, you have 25 years to pay back. This is home assurance scheme with a flexible payment plan for 72 months or 6 years. Please note this. You're not waiting till the end of the 72nd month before you take possession of your property. Now, in 3 years, we see the flow of the arrow, monthly payment plan, 3 years, which is the build-up phase. That means you are building up your fund, you're building up your own equity. At the end of the 3rd year, you will move into the house. You can see the arrow. When you move into the house, now in case you still have financial obligations to carry out, then you can spread it for another 3 years, which sums it up to 6 years, right? So you have the first phase of building up the funds, your equity, which makes you eligible in taking possession of the property after 3 years. After the 3rd year, when you take possession of the property, you can put this property up for rent and let the property generate inflow to take care of your outstanding obligations. That is home assurance scheme. Product cycle, 72 months, 6 years, take possession in 3 years, then you spread your outstanding balance for another 3 years. Okay, next on the line is our Flexi Homeowner. Flexi Homeowner says, pay an initial deposit of 50% of the cost of the property. Then you move in. Now you can see under the arrow where we see where we wrote build 12 months. Now, so if you cannot do the 50%, let's say peradventure, the property in question is not available yet. So you have the room to build up the 50% in 12 months. So you can build up your funds in 12 months, the 50%, because we know that yes, by the time you are at the end of the 12 months, the property will be available for the construction period and every other thing. So what we are saying is build up the 50% in 12 months and you move into the property. Then when you move in, you can spread the remaining balance for another 36 months, which is 3 years. So this is just a 3-year plan, or for the second option where you have to build up your 50% in 12 months or 4 years. So the highlights on this is National Housing Fund again, then short-term plan. We've had customers told us that we don't want to go, we can't go that far. 6 years is too much, 5 years is too much for them, or 4 years as the case may be. So this is a kind of, this is a payment option. This is another product that suits their request. This suits their request and they can get on board when it is time. So 50% initial deposit, or you can build up 12 months, move into the property, then you pay your outstanding balance for another 3 years, which is the remaining 50% for another one. We're going to attend to the questions accordingly, or better still, you can show by wave of hand, then we can call. So this is Only Home. Only Home says the structured payment time of initial 20% deposit. So milestone, which is a period of 12 to 24 months. This is actually going with construction tenure. So
good evening. Sorry, my name is Opemi Ebagwa from Finance. I'm sure Shion is trying to join again.
all right, apologize for that. So it's due to network issue. Okay. So as I was saying, we're actually discussing about Only Home. Only Home actually gives you room to pay according to construction milestone. So we say, as we start the project, you are starting with us. So you make initial deposit of 20%. In some other months, let's say in another 3 months, you do another percentage. Then another 6 months, you pay another percentage, and there's a percentage you hold at completion of the project. So this project is falls between 12 to 24 months. So you are paying as the construction is moving. You're paying as the construction is moving. And the highlight we have here is retrofitting. When we say retrofitting, we mean you have the room to adjust anything internally. You can do internal adjustment, but not external. I'm saying your wife can say, I want a bigger kitchen. I want something to be here. I want this to be placed here. I want this to be placed there. So that is what retrofitting is. So you have the opportunity to tell us what you want. We have a customer that said, I'll need a small office somewhere in my house. Fine, we obliged because it's actually part of how we operate. It's part of our model of operation. So those are the advantages. So you can tell us, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to, I want this to be here. I want that to be there. And again, you can actually even come into the site and see what we are doing. You can see, you can feel the materials we are using for construction. And so we can actually confirm the standard we are talking about. So this is Only Home, where you have the room to fit the property. Land flip scheme. Land flip, like I said earlier, we want to take care of everybody and we don't want to leave people behind. And so that is why we actually came up with this product. We are saying, buy a piece of land from us, then build up the funds, pay monthly for 12 months. You can see the first stage of the arrow, monthly payment for 12 months. So, for example, you're buying a property of 300,000 naira. So we are giving you room to build up the 300,000 naira in 12 months. Now, once you finish that payment, you will have to buy another land. You will hold that, then buy another land of that same worth or something bigger than that. Then we'll put you on another 12-month payment. By the time you end that, so it is either you sell the 2 land you have and key into any of the projects that is ongoing, any projects that we are running at that time, or you get the 3rd one, dispose the 2, then we can come together and run a joint venture. So we can build and have a split on what we build on your land. So that's the advantage. So we are saying you should keep the 2 lands because we know there is value, there is appreciation. So your property will have appreciated over that period. In 2 years, the value will have appreciated. So combining the 2 lands together, selling it will have given you a very reasonable amount that you can use to key into any of our projects or use it to develop the 3rd one as it is. So it's 12 months. So you have to do two purchases, very important, like two cycles. So the first 12 months, you got in the land, then you move to another, you get another land, then you combine the two at the end of on the third cycle, you combine the two to key into any of the project that is ongoing, or combine the two to develop the third land you are buying. That is land flip scheme. And this is a cooperative administration. So for those of us that have cooperatives in our organizations, or you belong to a cooperative, so this is actually something that can work out well between the cooperative and REFin Homes Limited. So you can see the flow. So we have the cooperative plus the REFin Homes Limited, straight to Federal Mortgage Bank. There is a cooperative housing development loan that Federal Mortgage Bank gives. Is a product. It's like it's worth over 500 million naira from the cooperative, with all the necessary documents that they can use to process the loan. But because of the expertise we have in having a REFin Homes Limited and a relationship we have with Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, we can always put the cooperative through everything that we need to ensure that they process that loan and they develop the property. Now here, the cooperative needs to have a land. It is important that the cooperative have their land. It is one of the prerequisites we can use, or we're using to process this particular loan. If you check the highlights, you can see flexible equity buildup. So there's an advantage for all the members of the cooperative to build up their equity. You know, if you're going to FMBN directly to pick up the mortgage loan, there is an equity contribution of 10% if you are getting 5 million above. So to reduce the stress of building up the equity, this is actually because there is volume already. So members can leverage on this number and the monthly contribution on the equity contribution that is needed for members to process this cooperative development loan. So like I said, it's a partnership transaction between the cooperative and REFin Homes Limited. We'll partner together because we are the developers. We are coming in to develop for the cooperative now. We move to Federal Mortgage Bank to help them process the loan and they build their houses. And they can use the same house to package their National Housing Fund loan. All right, so we're moving to our existing and upcoming developments. And so, Brain is fully sold out. You appreciate this more on the second slide. So like the standard we're talking about, you can see the space, you can see the two blocks well separated, you can see the entrance, everything is in place. We have a swimming pool in it, there's a facility management, there's security, there is constant power supply. This is what we do in all of our projects. So this is anchor ground, is a mix of, it's like a maisonette, if you call it like that. So we have, it's a combination of 3-bedroom terrace and a 2-bedroom flat. So what you can see on your screen, the ground floor and the first floor is the 3-bedroom terrace, while the last floor is the 2-bedroom flat. It is all sold out. This is our next project. This is ongoing. This is at Chelsea Elegushi. If you know Ikate very well, it's just behind the Enyo filling station, the mega Enyo filling station. As well, we have 2-bedroom flats. We have 3-bedroom terrace with 1 big hill. We have 4-bedroom terrace with 2 big hill as well. This is a 3D representation of the project at Ikate. Yes, so you can see the development is ongoing. If you check the left side of your screen, we were there some weeks ago, and if you check the right side, on the right side, that is the level we are currently, and work is ongoing. We still have some units. Don't forget, this is at Ikate Court. Bobajo 2 is a mix of 2-bedroom flats and 3-bedroom flats. The mainland, this is at Shomolu on the mainland, good parking space, 2-bedroom, like I said, 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom BQ. And there's another picture of Bobajo Court. It's an ongoing development as well on the mainland, Shomolu. Okay, so we have an ongoing development as well. We call it Maxville. This is a rural estate. It is all 3-bedroom flats. All 3-bedroom flats at rural estates. It's actually selling to, I said we build to people's specification, and the list of locations you see on the screen are locations people really want us to develop their properties. So we have a questionnaire that our customers fill just to profile them to know what they want exactly so that we can serve them appropriately. So on the screen, the other areas you are looking at to come up with developments to serve our customers. We have Bagada, we have Alaka, we have Alpha Beach, we have Ogombo, we have Ologolo. So Bagada is on the mainland, Alaka is on the mainland, Alpha Beach is on the island, Ogombo is on the island, and Ologolo is on the island. So we have some prototype for budget projects, 2-bedroom bungalows. You can see the layout, see the structure. So we are saying there's something always available for people to buy. You can afford it. We have taken into consideration different levels of salary earners. We know what you guys earn and want to ensure that a whole lot of people get on this housing ladder. And that's why we come up with this prototype as well, just to take care of every other single person that falls into this category. So this is a prototype of 2-bedroom bungalow. This looks like this is the 3D presentation of the 2-bedroom bungalow. You can see the space. This is 3-bedroom. This is 3-bedroom bungalow. You can see the layout, the plan, and there's a representation, 3D representation of the 3-bedroom bungalow. A prototype was, which is very simple and affordable. You know, sometimes people can afford, they can be happy getting their own house. Okay, there's a question. I'll come to that. How much is a 2-bed for Bajulaye, and what is the tenure of payment? Okay, Bajulaye 2-bedroom flat at Bajulaye is selling for 35 million. It's selling for 35 million, and the payment option is own a home. Own a home is when you pay according to construction milestone. Doris Efford, I hope I'm asking your questions right. I said, how much is a 2-bedroom for Bajulaye, and what is the tenure of payment? The tenure of payment is a maximum of 18 months. So there's a construction, you pay according to construction milestone. So the only product that can work with this particular project is own a home. It's own a home. Own a home is the only project, is the only product that can work for this particular project. So your initial deposit of 20%, and after 3 months, you do another 35%. After 6 months, you do another 35%. And at completion, you hold your 10%. So when the building is completed, you can pay your 10%. All right. If you have more, you can go on. So this is a prototype. This is a prototype for 3-bedroom flats. Simple and functional. So this is how the layout is. This is the layout. And for those that are more concerned about the room spaces, the dining size, you can see it's all up to standard. This is a quote. We all know we're imperfect. The price is what you pay, and value is what you get. Price is what you pay. Value is what there is value that comes back to you. So that is the end of this presentation. I've gotten a question already, and I think I've answered that. But if you have more questions, please. And again, for those of us on this call, I'm actually happy to let us know that the MD of REFin Homes Limited is on this forum with us, in the person of Olatunde Macaulay. So we are so important to us, and we know that you actually have a choice, but we are glad that you chose to be with us at this time of the day. So he will be glad as well to answer your questions as they come in. So we are grateful. If you have questions that want to come in now, we have room to take questions now. We have room. Okay, what we have so far is how much is 2-bedroom for Bajulai? I'm sure I've answered that. 2-bedroom for Bajulai. I've answered that question. That's about the only question we got. How much is the 2-bedroom for Bajulai, and what is the tenor of payments that has been discussed already? So if you have more questions, if you want to have more questions. Okay, there's a question from Adesoji Banji. Please, what is the required document to access my NHF mortgage loan? All right, what you have to know now is to confirm if you are a contributor. I mean, if you are contributing to Federal Mortgage Bank under the National Housing Fund scheme. If you are, so for you to have contributed for 6 months consistently, that already gives you the eligibility in processing your loan. So the documents you need, make sure that you have your NHF passbook. There's a green book they gave you when you got registered. It's either it's with your, maybe it's with your, it's possible it's with your HR. It can be with your HR, you can request for that. So you need your passbook. Then there's actually a checklist that we can share with you from the primary mortgage bank. So most of the title documents you need is your pay slip, your you need the offer letter from the property you are buying. You need your statement. But for now, for you to be eligible for the loan, what you need to have now is to ensure that you are contributing on the scheme and you have your passbook, your green passbook is being updated consistently. Then you can approach any primary mortgage bank. We can actually advise you on that anyway, and process your 15 million naira for you. So you need your passbook. You need to be a contributor, must have registered with the mortgage bank under the scheme, National Housing Fund scheme. And you must have contributed for 6 months. Okay, please hold on a second. Sorry. All right, I'm not sure if you still have more questions that want to come in. Questions? So we've answered question from Doris Efford, gotten question from Adesoji Banji. Adesoji Banji, I hope I answered your question appropriately. If you have more questions, okay, there's another question. Please, I have a property around Awuyaya, but I want to know if I can trade in my property with your company to stay in one of your estates. Okay, this is actually not a model in our company, but we can know what the value of your property is at Awuyaya. We need to know what the value of. We can do property trading though, if you want to. So the only thing we can do for you is to help you sell that property, sell the property, and see if the money from the sales of the property can actually buy into any of our estates, because we don't just go to anywhere. We like I said earlier, we go to areas where people have requested for. So we build according to customers' request, capacity, and specification. Do you understand? So now what we can do is to maybe because of our own expertise and our connection, if you can flip that way and sell it, and let's see if the proceeds from your sale can buy into any of our property that is ongoing or into any of our estates. We can't do that. We can do that. Just see, 4-bedroom duplex. 4-bedroom duplex is in Awuyaya. I'm sure it's going to be, you should make enough. You should make enough from there. But definitely you have to know what the market value is. You have to know what market value of 4-bedroom duplex is at Awuyaya. So if you can sell it off, then we can advise you on what the proceeds from that sale, what it can key into. For a simple, how much should I budget for a simple 3-bedroom bungalow? This is from Diolu or Dunaya. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Okay, so it depends on the location. So there's no fixed budget as it is. It depends on the location we are building for you. So there are so many things you have to put into consideration. The market value in that area, cost of land, the bungalow itself that we are building, and how to, those are the things that comes together. Sorry, I'm actually looking at the other questions that came in. I'm actually looking at the question. Okay, so like I said, for Mr. Diolu, it depends on the area we are talking about. So there's no fixed price for the cost of bungalow as it is. We have to put so many things into consideration. So this is another question from Opeyemi Bagwa. So what document does your property have in Awuyaya? Okay, this is actually a question to Mr. Desoji. What is the document on your 4-bedroom duplex? So what documents do you have on the 4-bedroom duplex? Because it is very important. Before we go into such transaction, we have to be sure that you have a genuine document. Well, we also help our clients rather to process their document as well. Title documents, they have experts. Have experts in the house that can help you do that. So there's a question for you, Mr. Adesoji. The question for Mr. Adesoji is, what document does your property have in Awuyaya? What documents do you have on that property? If you have a title document, deed of assignment, survey, and land receipt, is your deed of assignment registered? Your deed of assignment, is it registered, Mr. Adesoji? Survey, good. Land receipt, good. These are actually instruments we can put together. Registered, okay. That's a good one for you, because it actually gives you more room to negotiate more on the price of your property. It's so good for you. So we're saying you should be able to sell at premium. You should be able to sell that property at market. So can go all out to sell very well and just know what the market value is in that area. Let's know what the market value is, sell the property. Then what you get from there, we can advise you on which of our ongoing estates you can key into. Thank you so far for the questions that have been coming in. I appreciate your time. Thank you for the questions. Do we have more questions? Okay, so we can see on the screen that you can share your details. Then we can communicate afterwards. We'll get in touch. We'll get in touch to everybody that is on this call. It's not ending here. We are actually going to do a follow-up to ensure that you really get what you want. For the person that discussed about NHF, we'll get in touch. We'll follow up with you on that. The 3-bedroom bungalow, we'll follow that, Mr. Diolu. We'll still get in touch with you on that. Mr. Desoji, we'll discuss on that. Your title document and see what we can do, sell the property, then key into one of our projects. Okay, do you still have more questions? Don't forget that REFin Limited, we are committed to bridging the housing gap. We are committed to building to customer specification. All right, you are welcome, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. We'll be waiting for your contact. Then we can discuss further on this. So if there are more questions, as I was saying, we're committed to building to customer specifications and capacities. We are committed to providing houses according to international best practice, ISO 9001, 2015. Okay, so in the absence of further questions, I want to say a big thank you to everybody that joined this forum. We're grateful for your presence. We're grateful for your time. And we hope this actually will be the beginning of a mutually beneficial and value-adding relationship. We want to do a whole lot with you. We want to give you your desired home. We want to change your financial status. We want to do a whole lot with you as far as real estate is concerned. So we believe there's a whole lot we can do together. And for all on this call, like I said earlier, we're going to communicate and follow up on all the questions that have been asked. Then we ensure that you have been served as you want. Thank you so much, everybody, for being on this call today. We are grateful, and your time has not been taken for granted. Like I said earlier, you have options, and you have chosen to be with us today. We are grateful, and we wish everybody a wonderful week ahead. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. We are grateful. We appreciate your time. We will communicate in the course of the week for every further discussion. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Shehu. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What did you say, sir?
Thank you for joining this call as well. We are happy that you decided to share your time with us today, and we are so grateful.
You're welcome. Goodbye.
Goodbye.